Ronnie, could you just give us your reaction to that tonight, please?
My reaction is quite simple, that we were not even close to what we can be at, the level we can be at. We looked very uncomfortable on the ball. We didn't want the ball and looked very frightened and scared out there. And that's very, very disappointing. And we did it as a team. It was not like one player here and one player there. It was a team performance that was at that level, not at that level we can expect in these games.
Your captain says he was ashamed of the performance. Do you feel let down by anyone tonight?
We do this, we lose and win together. So that's how it is. This is my responsibility. This team was not up to the level that we can be, and I'm a part of that. And I'm a leader in this team. So again, we have to learn from this. Some very hard learning. So again, we knew that if we were on our best, we had a good chance to go through. But we were not even close to have that performance we wanted. And then Malmö deserved to go through.
Did the players fail to deal with the match itself and what it meant to everyone?
Yes, we did that. As a team, we felt I felt and saw that we didn't deal with the pressure into these games. And it's a lot about talking about these Champions League things in Scotland and in Celtic, and it's so a major part of it, and that's make the games even bigger. And today it seems like we didn't cope with that pressure.
Ronnie, how do you legislate for the way the 2 goals were conceded?
We can talk about 100 situations today, but the overall team performance is not good enough. That's how it is. We didn't play defensively as a team, we didn't play offensively as a team, and you couldn't recognize anything of the things we have worked on before. So for me, one situation here, one situation there is not the board. Today we were not good enough, and that's my responsibility, and I'm very, very disappointed. And again, the only thing you have to do is to go on, and you have to learn from this, evaluate it, and get stronger out after this, because this is a big learning for everybody. When you have big games, you have to get up to your best. Today we didn't do that, and that's disappointing.
Do you think that the situation might have changed if the goal before half-time had been allowed?
Yeah, it could have changed. It could have changed. So that's of course it's irritating that we lose that. So that could influence the game. But in the end, we didn't reach it, and I have to look at the overall performance, and that was not good enough today.
Ronnie, there was a lot of confidence before the game. Do you think the players did get caught up in some of the hype surrounding it, and that affected them?
I think that the overall hype about Champions League is a big thing here. You know, everybody wants it. Everybody wants it so badly, and you get measured about only Champions League. And that's something you have to deal with. That's how it is to be in Celtic. And today it didn't seem like we coped with it, because we looked very stressed. Didn't look like we enjoy playing football, and boys that want to go out and fight and believe in what you're doing. And then you lose games.
Do you fear that you might lose some players, given that you haven't qualified?
I don't fear anything. So that's you know, we see what's going on. We want to have consistency in the team, and we have a lot of young players coming through, and all the experiences is learning, but this was a very, very hard learning lesson for us.
Ronnie, did you seek an explanation from the referee about the goal that was chalked off?
I saw it now afterwards. I didn't see it was so clear that it was. So of course this was a big mistake. It was a clear goal, and it could have changed the game. So very, very disappointing.
Was it Joe Ingeberti's goal at the end of the first game? Was that the most influential over the 2 ties?
I think the performance today is the most important thing that we didn't go through, because it was not good enough overall. And it's a lot of very, very disappointed players in there, and there's a lot of disappointed coaches as well. But again, it's done, and we have to learn from it and get back on track again.
How difficult will it be to get the team back up for the Europa League?
There shouldn't be any problem. You know, we are shown today that that is the level we have to compete on, and that's better enough. It's a good competition, and a lot of things we can learn from them. Those matches very important for Celtic as a club.
Ronnie, do you believe your team is better than it was this time than last year when we went out of this stage?
Yeah, much better. But today we were not that. So, but overall, the performance in this season has not been much better than last season.
Ronnie, they say the players were scared tonight. That's some accusation to make against players who are international players. How can you justify a performance like that to say they're scared? And these guys are experienced players.
Okay, so how many of them is so experienced?
Scott
So
Brown,
you have a couple of players. Stefan Johansson, 23 years old, never been in Champions League. So they have 20 national team matches, yes, but haven't been playing on that level. But you have Bruni, Charlie, James have been there sometimes, but 7 of the players haven't been in Champions League before. So it's young players coming up and a lot of responsibility, and done a fantastic, some fantastic games in Celtic. But today, overall, the performance was not at the same level. And again, this should be a very good learning, but again, very disappointed as well.
Ronnie, 4 goals conceded over the 2 legs, 3 of them from corners. And that's just inexcusable, isn't it?
Again, as I said, to concede in set play is not good enough. But if you see the whole game, you can put this game together in many different situations that we were not good enough. And the set play today was very, very disappointing as well as everything else. But overall, we have been good before these 2 games in set play, and very rare that we concede 2 goals in set play today.
Would you accept now that this team is probably not as good as you thought it was, given that they had this terrible performance in there?
I think that if we had played our best, we had a good chance to go through. But we have to admit that David wasn't, and then we qualify for Europe League.
Any more questions? Last one, David, please. Thanks.
Sure.
Cheers.
Ronnie, do you think that'll be Virgil's last game for Celtic? And does the club now have to sell him to make up the shortfall for the Champions League money?
We don't have to sell him, so that's nothing with that. But you never know what's happening in football. But he's under contract with us, and he's a very good football player. Football player we want to keep.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ronnie Hela said that Celtic were the better side last week in Glasgow. I assume you think that Malmo were the better side tonight. Why was that? What did you change in your game between this week and last week?
I think it's very hard to be offensive at Celtic Park, totally offensive, because of the crowd, the surroundings and everything. You know, you come in there and play. Maybe the players are a little bit more passive or defensive in their heads. At home, we know, we've been sort of talking about this all the time. We know that we are offensive. We know we can do it, and that bring up the best in our players, and that's why I was confident before the game. But it's you can always wish something, but it's always important to get the first goal. You know, we needed only 1 goal, so that we could shock them a bit. And we worked hard on the set pieces, and we knew that it was possible to get the ball into the right gap, and we got it. And that's football.
Were you surprised at how weak Celtic were this evening compared to last week?
I don't know, say they were weak, you know. Maybe we made them weak. I think they would have wanted to do more. Everybody wants to do more. When you lose, you know. But it's football is a game between 2 teams, and we were very aggressive. We worked on that. We know that we're capable of pressuring people at home. In the last season, we had in the last 2 rounds in the qualifiers, we had 5-0 at home, and we had I think we had 3-6 away. It shows the difference. And this year we had 2-0 away and 3-2 away, and we had 5-0 at home. So I think that's the confidence was placed there, you know, and that's why we believe in it. And it's very important to believe in football, because it's so easy to not to believe.
Your plan for the match, what was it like, and how do you think you did it?
Plan.
Yeah, your match plan.
Yeah, the plan was perfect. We wanted to play a little bit longer than we normally do, and work on the second ball. We want to get hold of the ball in front of the Celtic defence and change the side of play, because they push over other people, try to get in behind them as much as possible. And Marcus Rosenberg and Nico did a fantastic good job on top. Plan to have set pieces and throw it. And we got one clear-cut chance with Marcus Rosenberg, a fantastic save from the goalkeeper after a quick throw-in. The set pieces were perfect, and we've been working on that. That's why we closed the training, so you can see it.
How important is it to go through the second year in a row? It's the first time some IFK Gothenburg did it in the 90s.
It's always important to win matches and go through. It's sport-wise, footballing-wise, it's fantastic to play against the best teams again. That will do this team very good, because we are a new team. We have only 3 men left from the side last year. We've used 1 year, or maybe half a year, to try to build a side, and we hasn't shown this in the league, and that's been a problem, a headache for me as well. Try to get the inspiration and take this to the Allsvenskan as well, because that's a very important place for us to get back in here again. But what we can do is try to get into the 3rd place, so we can go in and compete in Europe and get ranking points and use the 2016 to be a building season. And now we have the financial possibility to stay calm and look for the best young possible, and maybe more Swedish players to get those into the side. We have a few young promising players in Malmö as well, so we will look forward to bring in. So it's the future looks nice for us, so that's the important that one.
Okay, you said that it's difficult to go to Celtic and have a go at it. On the other hand, it's difficult to have a match plan back home, not having a go at it, to play a more controlled game. Was that ever an option?
No, I think we had at 1-0 we continued to attack. We tried to continue to attack, but up to half time, you know, we know that when we go deeper in the pitch, you know, we tend to give them possibility to cross balls in. You know, they have a very good left foot on the left back, very quick winger on the left, probably their best player, and giving them space and giving them possibility deep into our own half. We don't want to do that. We want internationally. We want to press them early and try to stay upfield, because they only be one striker, you know, with 2 players around him. We have good control. They couldn't get Griffiths in this time.
Okay, now you're in the Champions League, and it's after the game, but can you think forward and think of what teams you want to meet there? Do you want the easier team than last year, or do you want the very best to the crowd?
I think it doesn't really matter. We can have 2 strong teams, but I want a 3rd team that is weak to get into EuroLeague. I think that the aim is to be number 3 and get into EuroLeague and continue in EuroLeague next year. That's my aim. And I say weak. Now I say weak. There is no weak teams, but there are teams we can beat, like Olympiacos. We beat them at home. It's possible to take points from them away.
If you look at the first seeding pot, there is quite a big difference, because there's only 1 team from each nation. So there is, for example, Eindhoven. Is it possible to have a good chance against them?
Yeah, I think it's possible to have a good chance. We played equal to Atletico Madrid last year. We did a fantastic job against them here, but we lost on quality, individual quality. And I think it's looking more at to continue to play European matches, because we need the best matches is the matches in the Champions League, and continue in the cup stage in the EuroLeague. That's the best. That's in my head at the moment. Certainly we have to wait and see.
Okay, you're 7 points behind in Allsvenskan. Now you get 6.
Remind me.
I'm very sorry to do that tonight, but it's my job. I guess you're not able to lose a lot of points in Allsvenskan if you want to win the championship, and even if you want to go to Europe next year. What do you think about that situation?
We put ourselves in a difficult situation. I think we have to target number 3 spot. We have a lifeline in the cup. On the wall, there's something on the wall, 1989. It's the last time. So we have to put 2016 on that one. If we can't manage the third place, to just get in. So that will be a lifeline, but it's not a good lifeline.
Would you consider this to be a bigger win than last year, with the fact that you more or less was not a favorite, but was not the underdog in that extent that you were last year, this year, and that might have been an impact, and it was a bigger performance to win this year than last year?
I don't know. It's difficult to sort of compare two seasons. We had 5-0 at 2 games at home. Sparta Prague and Salzburg. We got 5-0 this year. Salzburg, Celtic. I think Celtic is a better team than Sparta Prague. Regarding to opposition, it was more difficult this year because we draw the 2 best seeded sides apart from Basel. Celtic and Salzburg are highly ranked and difficult teams to meet in the Champions League qualifier. So I think the performances are equal, but it's maybe a bigger performance this year because we have such a new team. We have very new players coming in this summer with Kari Arnason, with Carvalho, with Rodic, Nikola Jurdic. Very many players came in, you know, and we have been unstable in the league. So we haven't got it all together, and hopefully we're getting better in the future.
This win puts you even more in the driving seat financially in the domestic game, and you talked before about signing other Swedish players perhaps. Do you have any specific targets already?
No, we have to speak to Donald. He's the man who's got the money kitty and everything. So we have not discussed anything particularly yet. We will discuss and wait and see. We have a big squad at the moment. We have to sell a few players, and then we have to find the right type of players to get them in, you know. So that work will be going on in this autumn.
There's been a lot of talk in the build-up about the pigs and translations and that Celtic will be tired after 70 minutes, and today Ronny said that they look scared. Do you feel like you hit the perfect build-up to this evening?
Hello, Rocky. Where do you come from?
I come from Norway.
I don't know. I don't know. It's only a comment from our goalkeeper that I want to put right to the Scottish press, because I think it's unfair, you know, that they speculate when they knew exactly what he meant, but he used the wrong word. And if you're a journalist, you must tell the truth. You must try to tell the truth as much as possible, because if there's a wrong translation, it doesn't mean it that way. It means that play tough. That's okay. He's right to mean that. I didn't think they played especially tough, but that's why I put that right. Nothing else. And I got a good chance to tell him. Lay the bait.
Okay, do you think you were a little bit lucky tonight when you think about the disallowed Celtic goal?
Celtic were lucky. No, I didn't think we were lucky. I think we were unlucky. It should have been 4-0. 2 fantastic saves with the goalkeeper. The first one with Jurdic in the first half, and then another one. It's a clean-cut chance, you know. And if they got the goal, it would have been 2-1, and we would go through anyway. So why are you asking if you're lucky? Can you answer that?
No, I just asking questions.
Okay.
Any further questions?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.